Hi everyone, this is Davir from Hotspot, and today we're joined by KCB's jungler Yukino after the series against SK Gaming in the last day of Week 2 LEC Versus. So first of all, that was quite a rough series. Obviously, it looked quite rough out there. Can you kind of share with us how do you feel about the match and what went wrong?
I definitely feel disappointed about the loss. I feel like going into this series, like we had kind of a clear plan on how we wanted to play. I just feel like we didn't really execute on the plan. We kind of early game was kind of chaotic, but we wanted to have early game as stable as possible. But some things went wrong, like terribly wrong. Like I died level 4, and then that the game kind of exploded like early game. We played right into their hands. It felt like so. Definitely disappointing the way we lost because we kind of knew how they wanted to play. They wanted to play really explosive, and we kind of said if we played stable, we would win. So there's definitely problems that need to be fixed because we know how we want to play the game, but it's not happening. Other than that, I'm pretty disappointed with going 0-3 this week. Definitely yesterday we played against MKOI. It was kind of rough out there, but today I really, really wanted to win. If there was a series that I was anticipating, it was this one. So it was kind of sad that we lost. We kind of got destroyed like the same way today than we did with MKOI.
I was talking to Tao last week, and he mainly said last week that some of the issues came stem from mid-game execution and then communication. How have you guys been, getting around and trying to fix all of the stuff that you just said as well?
Mm. So last week we were really happy with our early game. So yeah, the focus was definitely mid game. I kind of brought up the problem was kind of communication because I feel like we're not talking enough about the game or we're talking stuff like too late. I feel like whenever foreseeing plays, like we're not really talking about okay, on this wave I want to do this or like it's their turn right now we need to def like we don't really have good communication structure right now. We have really good hands, but we don't really have structure on communicating. So definitely our mid game was lacking because of that, because there was some ways where we're not planning, we don't know what to do. But I think we got a lot better with it. Well, maybe we didn't really show it yesterday and today, but we definitely got better on it. It's just disappointing that we couldn't show what we improved on this week.
Do you think that has to do with the fact that obviously it's kind of a new lineup and many new members, like having to figure out everything, new coaching stuff as well? Does that have to do with that? You think?
Definitely like everything new makes it harder, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's I think with the time we have, like it's hard to fix everything because there's so much problems. That's like that part is really hard. But yeah, I definitely think it plays a factor, but I think it's fine.
The next question is a little bit about yourself. Obviously, you've been with KCB since March last year. It's
Yeah.
basically almost a year in Europe. I kind of wanted to ask you the spicy question of where are the differences between NA and EU? I'm not sure if anyone asked you that before, but I think it's probably the right time to do it. So I just wanted to hear your thoughts on that.
Um, I feel like in NA, I feel like well, the teams I've been on in NA, I can't really speak about every team. Just like when I was in the Challengers League for NA, like it people were pretty unprofessional, like I would say. So I definitely feel like people are more professional in EU. So it definitely helped my growth as a player. Like I feel like when I was trying to grow as a player in NA, it was really hard because there weren't really much resources when I needed help, like when I don't understand stuff. It's there isn't much resources in NA Academy, so that part is was really hard. Like I think it's hard to develop as a rookie in NACL because there's not much resources, but in EVLs like there's so much resources out there. So that definitely plays a big factor. I think developing talent is a lot easier here.
What do you
Um,
think about solo queue?
the solo queue?
Yeah.
EU solo queue is definitely way better. In NA solo queue, there's a bunch of one tricks, and some people have really good mechanics, but most of them kind of turn their brain off. But in EU, I feel like everybody's trying. So like even though it's really toxic in EU, everybody's trying. So I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the environment here a lot better.
Speaking of the game, I also kind of wanted to ask you about the meta. So obviously were a couple of big changes coming into the new season, but it feels like the jungle meta has somewhat stayed the same, especially when it comes to the champion picks. So obviously you've been playing mainly AD Bruisers. I think you played Jarvan, Pantheon, Xin Zhao, and Wukong, if I'm
Yeah,
not mistaken.
yeah.
What's your take on the meta, especially from the perspective of a jungler?
I mean, I think definitely like right kind of intended to make jungling like a lot more less OP like
Hmm.
because of the like definitely like Phaelites make it really hard to gank, and I think playing around Phaelites are really broken. So like I feel like I mean the pick stayed the same, but the way you play jungle is kind of different because it's a lot harder to gank laners, especially like the bot Phaelite and top Phaelite makes it really annoying. And then they just see you if you do scuttle crab if they have the Phaelite, so like that's pretty broken. I definitely the way I play because I play really aggressive. It's definitely been harder for me to find angles, so I kind of have to adapt. I definitely think it's more farm oriented, like playing for invades, playing for just control river. I think is definitely OP. Like even though the pick stay the same in jungle, I think the way you have to play jungle is really different.
I wanted to ask you if you had to name one name only in the LEC. Who do you think stood out to you in the first 2 weeks?
To be honest, not really any junglers impressed me. I feel like when I played versus Yike in week one, I could tell that they were very scared. Like even though we lost the game, of course, right? But
Hmm.
early game we kind of had the power. They were really nervous. So I mean I think Yike is really good. Just the game I played against him was the first game of the split. I can tell that he was really nervous. And there's not really any junglers that kind of stood out to me so far.
Okay, fair.
But yeah,
That's
yeah.
also fair. Um, Last two questions. So obviously you're going to face G2, Team Heretics, and Fnatic next week, if I'm not mistaken again.
That's a
Uh,
tough week.
yeah, that looks like a really tough week. What do you think of each team, and where do you think, or like which team do you think you have the biggest chances of getting a W?
I mean, it's hard to say when we just went 0-3, right? Like this is I mean, I would say the most confident I am is definitely with Team Heretics, but I think we also have a chance on Fnatic if we roll a good day. Just like I mean, Team Heretics, bro, they lost to Lost of Tones and we beat Lost of Tones, so yeah, I think we have the mental edge over Team Heretics because they just lost two in the real team and they really kind of boom out of it. So I mean, we'll definitely have the mental edge over them in that series. But I mean, the G2 series, I I mean, they are supposed to be the favorites. So like if they don't stomp us, I'll be really surprised. And I just in that matchup, I mean, in that matchup, I'm just looking forward towards it because they're supposed to be the best team in LEC. So even if we lose or we win, we'll definitely learn a lot out of it.
Obviously, the team's goal I would expect to be to get as much value as possible from these matches and potentially even aim for playoffs if that's within reach. But what's one goal that you set for yourself for this season?
Well, my goal is playoffs. Um, so I was really disappointed that we didn't win today, especially in the fashion that we did. I definitely know there's a lot of fans that are just supporting us either way because um, and because it's just like cool that we're here anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just happy to be here. But I mean, my goal is to make it to playoffs and show that I belong here. That's my individual goal. So definitely like when we're losing games like this, I'm like going 0-7 definitely feels really bad for me because I know that I'm not showing that what I can do. So yeah, my goal is just I want to look good, and I definitely like goal of mine is to reach playoffs. So
Any last message you want to say to the fans?
I mean, I'm sorry for the performances we showed this week. I mean, we'll do it with time. I mean, I'm just sorry for the performances we showed next week, and next week will be better.